What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the GM realm. I'm always happy to put out a video and show you guys something new. This is probably something that actually a lot of people have already found by accident, like myself. But if you haven't found this before, this will hopefully be for those completionists that are looking to complete all of Elden Ring and find every talisman that they can find. The one we're looking for is the Blue-Feathered Branchsword. Now, the Blue-Feathered Branchsword reduces damage taken by 50% when HP is below 20%. I don't know if this will be something that a lot of players will use in the late game, but it's definitely helpful in the early game of playing Elden Ring. And it's just where to find this Blue-Feathered Branchsword in Elden Ring. It's you go to Stormhill, Limgrave, and it has to be nighttime only, and it drops from the Deathbird east of Warmaster's shack near collapsed structure with a Rune fragments on top of it and the sanctuary stones on it. The Deathbirds only spawn at night, so this is key to unlocking this talisman if you haven't found it already. I believe it's definitely a underrated talisman to use in the DLC. I think if you combine it with Shattering blessings and a ton of other sources of damage negation, this thing does work, and I think it is underrated if you haven't tried out the different types of talisman and builds that you can use in the DLC. In saying that you want to travel from the first step to get to the talisman, then heading up to the Church of Ely, up to the gate front, all the way around the corner here, up to the Stormhill shack, and up to the Warmaster's shack here. So once you're at this location, you want to travel, I think it's east or south, I can't remember which way I went. Follow me here, it's east-south, I think it's along this way here. So just jump on your mount and head straight this way, and you'll come across the Deathbird. As you jump over this ledge here, you'll see the runes on the right-hand side there. So jump down, and then you'll see the goats. You'll know you're in the right area once you see these goats. They'll try and attack you as well, they're little buggers. So you just take them down. I always find that summoning the Mimic tier definitely helps out during this battle. So summon that as soon as you get to this location. And then as soon as you walk up to the runes up here, it'll spawn and jump down. You'll see it flying down, and you'll see it actually, the health bar will come up at the bottom there, see Deathbird, and you look up and it starts flying straight down to you. Now this is it was a fairly easy battle for myself, I think, because I was such a high level. But I think if you are gonna take this guy on, that there is a small chance that he could do like an instant death on you at some point in the combat here. So something that you can use with this talisman is equipping the Bull Goat set, Twin Bird Kite Shield, Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman, and Cast Black Flames Protection. The physical reduction from the armor set multiplied by 1.1 because of the Twin Bird Kite Shield, and the physical reduction, the Dragon Crest, incantation, and physical damage mitigation. Then you should take, a fairly decent percentage of the enemy's physical attack. And it'll be get halved by the Blue-Feathered Branchsword Talisman, making your total physical mitigation like 98,000%, meaning you only take like 1,325 enemy physical attack. So it's pretty decent if you have like 99 vigor and other sources of this life increasing talismans and the great runes that increase max life. You are at slightly under 20% with about 600 HP. You can reality, you can probably use this in some builds. Definitely, the talisman definitely works in a lot of different builds. And from what I understand, it does save lives early game. Late game though, some enemies do hit a lot harder. This is the problem with this talisman. And then it doesn't really matter if it activates or not. It just doesn't have time, because the quick attacks from the enemies in the DLC, it just absolutely obliterates you. But then in saying that, there's probably some builds out there that someone has come up with that is using this talisman to its full advantage. But it just depends, honestly, it's just, a lot of people have busted out some crazy builds that I've seen, just making tanks and it's just absolutely taking out this. You can even use like the Royal Remains armor set with the HP regen talismans and the shield. And you can use this talisman together with this 60 vigor and a lot of HP increasing buffs. And then you can use the Great Stars melee weapon with the Ash of War Prayerful Strike and use HP over time, regeneration incantations. And the leftover talisman slot should be filled with something like the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman, like I mentioned before. So there are builds that you can use this with, depending on what you want to do. So I hope this helped out. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to my channel for more Elden Ring. I'm busting out these videos like non-stop. I think I put out like 6 lore short videos out recently, and they just did amazingly. I was really blown away at how well they did. But yeah, any support really helps out, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.